Hello, everybody. This is your host, Mike, aka Black Magus. That's where some of you may know me from, the Black Magus channel on YouTube. I also am the founder and one of the hosts of several different podcasts on Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment. I am a big geek, so I talk about all types of different subjects on this channel. And gaming is, of course, one of them because listen to the name, Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment. One of the significant subject matters that we touch on these podcasts, and this podcast here is going to be dedicated to gaming, but not modern gaming news as our other podcasts is. This one is going to totally be based on retro gaming. That's why we call it the retrospective. It's going to all be about old school gaming. We're going to take a specific subject from back in the day, such as we'll do Atari, we'll do Nintendo. We may just do a specific game and discuss ET, which is considered the worst game ever made. Things like that. The inspiration, of course, for this happened to be that I was making a series on this channel called The Retrospective, where I was going to do a bunch of, you know, documentary style videos where I just went over the history of a particular game, console, what have you. But I figured, you know what, this would probably be better in podcast form because not only can I just give my opinion, but I could bring on guests, people who, like myself, are older gamers or people who at a young age were able to experience some of the classics and they can give their thoughts and opinion. We can have a healthy discussion on like whether or not these things um, still hold up to today, what their impact was back in the day, um, just things of that nature. So that is pretty much the gist of this podcast. I wanted to do this preview episode because, as I've stated before, we're going to try to bring some more content to this channel, and this is one of the things. I think this will be a very fun podcast for a lot of people because there are a lot of gamers out there who like old school gaming and may not know some of the things that I know or that some of my co-hosts will know from back in the day because there was a lot going on back then. As simple as gaming was, there was so much depth and so many like interesting tidbits that went on that it's just crazy to think back to how that experience was. Just think back to some of the stuff that we don't talk about, like Rob. I remember getting the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I had to have the one that came with the light gun and Rob. Why did I need to have Rob? I don't know. But I wanted Rob because I thought Rob was the coolest thing. Now, what is Rob? Gosh, I can't remember what Rob stood for. It was like robot operated base. Oh gosh. Now I have to Google this. I wasn't prepared to do this, people. I was just going to do a preview and then I got to rambling, which that happens. That happens with me a lot. Rob NES. Let us see what Rob was. Robotic operating buddy. That's what it was. Oh my God. So Rob was supposed to be your friend in gaming, and you were supposed to use this robot that came with these spinning disc wheels that he would pick up and he would move onto these pads and he would drop them on it. And they would do things like for a particular game called Gyromite, it would open these gates and you would have to run your character through the gate. It was corny as fuck because Rob moved so slow and you would get killed more than that. Rob was a waste. But you couldn't tell me nothing as a kid because it just looked like the coolest thing. But we'll discuss stuff like Rob and his impact and Nintendo's gadgets because Nintendo had a ton of gadgets back in the day. And if you guys are kind of bewildered and floored by Nintendo's obsession with things such as the Wii U gaming pad or their motion controllers for the original Wii, the Switch having those little detachable game pads that look god awful, and making the Switch a portable console. Know that this is just the legacy of Nintendo, and that'll be one of the subjects that we will discuss. The legacy of Nintendo gadgets and things like that. Um, so there's lots of things that go into um, on the retrospective from back in the day, and we hope we're able to shed some light on things, or at least spark discussion with you guys, so you will have a bit of history and understanding of gaming, where it came from, and how it got to where it was. And it's always fun to look back and just remember how cool you thought things were. And then, especially being as old as I am, to look at some of that stuff now and be like, we were fucking idiots. We're being into some of this stuff. Or it's something that just still hold up, like that never loses luster, no matter what. Stuff like that. So that will be what the retrospective is about. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you have any suggestions for topics, um, if you know of something that you would like us to discuss, please. This show's not going to be kicked off until sometime in 2017 because I want to organize things a little bit, do some research on some subjects. So expect it in a few weeks. I just wanted to make everybody who's subscribed to the channel aware that there's new content coming that's going to be added to the rotation. We're going to be doing the retrospective once a month. So expect that to happen once every month in between the other regular content like his, her podcast, the Wise Guy Digest, Wise Guy Cast, and things like that. So keep a lookout for the first episode in January. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it and you'll stick around and subscribe for it. And again, feel free to leave any suggestions that you have on our subject matter or how you feel like we should do the format. We're always looking for new ideas, and we have no issue with feedback here. So you can hit us at wiseguygse@gmail.com or at wiseguygse on Twitter. There's also Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment Facebook page that you can join up to. All of that stuff should be in the description. And as always, anytime you want to listen to the podcast, you don't have to watch it on YouTube. You can always catch all of our podcasts on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and iTunes in audio form. So you could either stream it or you could just download it and take it on the go with you, however you want to do it. Okay? All right. Thank you guys for checking out this preview episode, and we will see you for the official first episode in January. Take care, everybody. Peace.